seems to be talking about TikTok nowadays. It can be a really powerful way to reach new potential podcast listeners. But when using TikTok for promotion of content on another platform, like a podcast, you've got to get creative. So here are the 6 mistakes you want to avoid when promoting your podcast on TikTok. If you're new here, my name is Maribel Quesada Smith. I'm a video and podcast producer, and on this SquadCast channel, we help you level up your remote recordings so you can create better podcasts and video content from anywhere in the world. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so that you never miss our videos. Today, we're talking about TikTok and podcasting. How do you tell the world of TikTok about your podcast in order to possibly gain new listeners? Well, here's what you're not gonna wanna do. 1, don't bore your audience. Avoid generic greetings like, hey guys, and instead jump straight to the story you will tell that relates to the episode that you want to promote. Do this in less than 60 seconds using images and voiceover, and this will help keep the viewer hooked to find out how it ends. The TikTok algorithms love this type of content because it keeps people on the app, and if you help TikTok keep people on the app, they will help your video get more views. 2, don't make a video for everyone. You will never reach your ideal audience if you don't create for them specifically. Make sure your video content speaks to your podcast ideal listener, so TikTok keeps pushing it to more similar audiences. Now, consider making personas and anti-personas to help keep your content focused. This is the magic sauce of viral content. If you can make a video that is so niche and topic specific that it lands perfectly with your ideal audience, these people will want to follow you and start to become fans of your content. 3, don't send people directly to your podcast. Yup, you heard me correctly. TikTok doesn't want you to tell viewers to leave their platform. So instead, mention the podcast at the end of your video and encourage people to hop on over to your profile and check out the pod. Remember what I said about TikTok wanting people to stay in the app as long as possible? If you encourage them to check out your profile, it keeps viewers on the app, which is another signal to the TikTok algorithms that your video should be shared again and again and again. 4, don't use a soundbite from your podcast episode to make a TikTok video. I know it's easier to simply re-edit a soundbite from the podcast and slap some images on it, but if you really want to hook your audience, instead, give the TikTok audience the Clips Notes version of your episode, which will turn a lot of casual viewers into intrigued audience members who will want more of this type of content. Another tactic is to talk around your topic. If your podcast is about millennials managing money, give your best tips and tricks for that audience. Over time, TikTok will begin to see you as a trusted voice in that area, and once you gain a following, those people will want more from you. And where can they get more? Your podcast, which is linked in your profile. The result of these first 4 steps is the beginning of converting a TikTok view to a podcast download, starting with a new follow and coveted profile visit. 5, don't use your headshot as the profile image for your podcast TikTok account. Once you get a portion of those video viewers to check out your profile, they might not click on your external links, but they will remember the name of your podcast if it's prominently displayed along with your cover artwork. If you don't have your podcast cover art as your profile picture, it will be harder for those new followers to find you on the podcast listening apps, especially if they have to search for your show based on memory. 6, don't have an ambiguous description of your podcast. Be very clear. Your show needs to deliver on the exact premise you shared on TikTok. The whole point is to give your TikTok audience a taste of what the show is about and then deliver the exact same type of content inside your podcast. Once your show is consistently delivering on a very specific topic and the description is clear about this topic, your audience begins to rely on this. Think about it. Doesn't it annoy you when you waste your time listening to a podcast that has nothing to do with the topic that was promised? Yeah, me too. And I immediately unfollow, which is why no honorable mention on any list or viral video will ever yield long-term results if you can't figure out how to keep the new listeners engaged. Well, there you have it. We should note that we try to keep our videos on this channel evergreen, but as you know, TikTok is always changing things and the algorithms are evolving. So we may be back in a few months with updated advice. But for now, test out these tips and let us know what you think. Are you on TikTok? If so, we want to follow you. So drop your TikTok handle in the comments below. Until next time, happy TikToking!